Good morning and welcome to beautiful Portisco on the coast of Sardinia in Italy. So in this video, this is going to be a documented trip of us taking our Broom 450, which as you can see we have here, which has spent the last 3 years in Sardinia prior to spending the prior 8 to 10 years in the Mediterranean. And we are heading off today to Bonifacio in Corsica in France, before we conclude our trip in Genoa in Italy, where she's going to be loaded onto a large ship and taken back to Italy. Sorry, back to Italy, back to the United Kingdom, back to our home berth in Burdham. So I'm going to document the entire trip. We're just going to have a spot of breakfast and then we will head off. So here we go. We have left our mooring, which was here, 816. We're just swinging around and we will be heading out of Portisco for the last time. We did unfortunately sustain a little bit of damage in the bad winter weather, so now where you can see it going along, but down here some damage to the bathing platform. So I'm just going to pull out the rubber strip. You can see the waving around in the water over there. Anyway, bye bye Portisco. Go up to 22 knots. Bye bye Portisco. Sorry about the wind. It's you might not believe it, but it's 20 odd knots blowing in over here, and this is the entrance. Bonifacio. What an incredible entrance. You could struggle to see it from sea because of the narrow gap and the way it's shielded. Just arrived. We were hoping to take some fuel on, but the fuel pontoon is closed, so we're just going to pick up here on this sort of harbour wall. Here you go, we have docked in Bonifacio. That's us here on the sort of, I don't know, restaurant frontage. So if you want a pair of flip-flops or a bag, you're fine. If you want fuel, over there you have to wait till 3 o'clock. So we're going to call up the marina and see if we can get a berth for the night, and then we'll come back and get some fuel a bit later on. But it is incredibly beautiful here. It looks like the whole place has been just carved out of the rock. So we're just heading up to the harbour master's office to check in and do our passports and bits and pieces, and I just spotted this quite fabulous looking sweet shop, Ali Bonbon. So now we're going to head up to the harbour master's office, and I'll catch up when we're checked in, see what mooring we're going to get as well for the night. So we've finished checking ourselves in for the night. Got our power cord adapter so we can plug into this massive socket. Try a little socket here. Incredible harbour, marina, town, call it what you like. So anyway, we'll go and plug up and see if we can find somewhere to eat for lunch. So we've just moved from our mooring over there to here, to the fuel pumps, where we're going to take on something in the region of 750 litres of fuel to get us up the coast to the top of Corsica. We are just waiting for the fuel guy or girl to turn up and we'll get filling up. So we've just finished fueling. Bit of a bargain. It's only €1.94 a litre. We've taken on just on 1,000 litres, so it's just a shade under €2,000, including the good old tax. So we're just going to cast off and drop ourselves back on our berth over here for the night. Top of the Bonifacio harbour, or whatever this outcrop of rock is called. So over there is Sardinia. We came all the way along here, around there and into the harbour. In fact, you can see one of those tourist boats in the far distance there. And here from the other side, so the sea is on that side, over this side of this lump of rock is Bonifacio harbour or marina. Beautiful place, amazing surrounding countryside. So now we're here for the night and then we'll head off up the coast. Well, here we go. We are just about to leave Bonifacio, which you can see behind me. Lovely place. And head up the road, around about 90 to 100 nautical miles up the coast of Corsica to Bastia. We'll see you then. So all the lines are off. Quick 360 round and we will be heading out here. Once we've got obviously all of the fenders in. It's quite a narrow, and you can see how well fortified entrance up here, look. So that's the starboard marker. There's a little marker over here, but the main port marker effectively is on that side. Obviously we're going out, so they twist around. That's beautiful little anchorage over there, look. Here we go, now you can see just up here, entrance out into the sea. Weirdly, you might not think it, considering how close we are to the side, but this channel we're in at the moment, 71 feet deep. That beautiful little beach up over there. An incredible harbour. I don't know how well you can hear me because of the wind, but the sun is struggling to get out. It's 9:30, but it is very, very calm at the moment, for which we are very, very grateful. God, there's a school of fish over here, look. I don't know how well you can see that, but look at the fish on the water here. Just a little proof that nothing in the boating world is ever as reliable as you'd like it to be. We have now had engine failure on the port engine, which as you can see now why we have slowed down to a very steady and sedate 6 knots. And our plan is to head in to Porto Vecchio, which is up here and on the port side just in Corsica, and see if we can get the engine fixed. We believe it's a fuel filter problem because the boat obviously hasn't been very far for a while. We were doing 20 odd knots and we're now doing 6, so we shall see if we can get it fixed and head back. But it's Quite a nice day. The sun's doing its best to try and come out, but there's a very sort of odd sea mist around. So catch up when we get into Port Vecchio. Fingers crossed. So we're still running on 6 knots. We're heading into Port Vecchio, which is just over on the left-hand side. Yeah. See the snow on the top of the mountains. And it is still eerie calm with a sort of weird, limited visibility.
Just don't see it like this normally, do you?
So we've just dropped into this marina due to our technical problems. Fuel berth over there, so we're just going to put some fenders out and call up the marina office and see what we can do. We're going to try and steal this ashore pontoon over here. So we've moored up in this very, very pleasant, I have to say, Corsican marina, of which I have no idea what the name is, to try and find some fuel filters to sort our engine problem out. I'm just heading off to the Chandlers to try and catch them before they shut at 12 o'clock. So, see how we get on. We've had to move from the berth over there, which oddly was the pilot berth, which is a little bit naughty of us. So we're now directly looking at the entrance, exit, and we've gone alongside stern to, as is the way in the Med, to this little pontoon here, where we are now on the phone to the Volvo Penta agents to see if we can get ourselves some fuel filters and hope that that's the problem. So after an awful lot of hard work yesterday, we have taken the filters out, cleaned them off, tightened some of the loose connections that seem to be on the fuel line, and had the engine running late last night around about 8 o'clock. So we are, as you can see, in beautiful Porto Vecchio still, and we are about to hopefully start the engines this morning after we had them running last night. Head out this little entrance here, probably follow the ferry out, and again have a second attempt to get to Bastia at the top of Corsica. So anyway, I'll keep you posted as we go, but fingers crossed we get where we need to be. Oh, by the way, we had a fantastic meal in Cafe La Marine yesterday, absolutely amazing. It was pumping. So here we are now running at 22 knots. So far, so good, although we have only done about a mile, so we've got about 80 odd to go, so we'll see what happens the rest of the day. Wind's picked up a little bit, 15, 16 knots, so it's going to get a little bit of a shock. But generally, so far, so good. Incredible coastline. It's calmed down a fair bit now. Wind's back down to 8 knots, and we've lost the swell. As you can see, much calmer now. Not quite as it was on the first day, but nevertheless pretty good, and we're making good headway.